And we're the Screen Team. We are back with our final segment of the show. And we've got Sabrina, we've got Stacy here to talk about one of the new films that's in theaters right now. It's called Tammy. It's a 2014 American comedy film directed by Ben Falcone. And the film stars Melissa McCarthy and also co-stars Susan Sarandon, Allison Janney, Toni Collette, Sandra Oh, and Dan Aykroyd. Tammy, ladies, I did not get a chance to see this. First off, what's it about, and did you guys like it? Sabrina?
Well, gosh, you should really let Stacy go first because she's going to be really good at wrapping this baby up.
Stacy, what's Tammy about?
Tammy is a nice lady that has a very bad day. And
I wouldn't go so far as to call her a nice lady.
She is at the end.
I
think she has nice lady about her.
She has a big heart.
Yeah. But she's having a very bad day.
She's getting the wrong ends of some deals, yes.
Yeah. So I can't say that should I have had a day that started like that and just proceeded to get worse, that I probably wouldn't have acted maybe the way she did. And she ends up on a road trip with her grandma, who is Susan Sarandon. And Susan Sarandon has a bit of a substance problem.
Okay.
And it's like the ultimate road trip kind of thing.
As the story unfolds, you start to understand how Tammy turned out to be Tammy.
Yes.
Because that apple did not fall too far from the tree as far as Grandma's concerned. Because seriously, those two, I would never, if you had told me that this movie had those two paired up for a majority of the movie, I'd have been like, what? What? No, I loved it as far as those two together was such a surprising, funny combination. And to see Susan play a character so different, I suppose, than what I can remember.
Yeah.
You know.
And ultimately, I think she's kind of like had Thelma and Louise aged.
Yeah.
Because I could see this character, Grandma, and Louise, I think it was. I think I can see where that has age progressed.
Had they not driven off the cliff, this is where she would have ended up.
Well, I think that's where she did end up, because we don't know what was on the other side of that cliff.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it could have been a safety net.
They could have had an ejection seat or something.
So did you like it?
I loved it. But I want to give everyone this little thing. Don't think this movie is only about her robbing the hamburger place.
That's like
that doesn't happen.
Small little piece.
That doesn't happen till way into it.
And the important part of that comment is that most of the time we feel like we've seen the movie by the time we've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
You haven't seen this movie because you've seen the trailer.
Okay, so explain something for me. I think I might have missed it. It's kind of like a road trip film. Why are they on this road trip? What's the main goal, I guess?
Well, in the very opening sequence, I don't think it's anything too shocking to give away. She comes home from a bad day at work and finds out that her husband's got a girlfriend.
The neighbor.
But
the reason
she gets mad and goes home, which is 2 houses down, to her mom and says, "That's it, I'm taking your car, I'm leaving this town, blah, blah, blah." Mom says, "No, you're not." Grandma comes walking out of the back bedroom, says, "I got my bags packed and I got money and I got a car, let's go."
Yeah. And their whole thing, they're trying to get to the Grand Canyon. Not the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls. Because that's where Grandma's dad was going to take her when she was little, but
that got busy being an adult and didn't.
And that trip fell through, so they're just trying to get there.
Yep.
And Kathy Bates, amazing.
She's a nice addition to the cast. And the part that she plays, so fitting, so hilariously fitting. She does a good job. I never would have thought to... Like, it's nice to see Kathy Bates show back up, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah.
And
she's not psycho.
No.
She's having a great time with her life.
She's having fun. And she blows stuff up in her backyard, that's fun. But the Dan Aykroyd character as well, a very small part of this movie, but nails it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got just a little bit to say, but it says a lot.
Yep, nails it. And adds the finishing touch to why Tammy is Tammy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons I didn't want to see this film was it looked like Melissa McCarthy was just being Melissa McCarthy again. Is Is that how her character was?
What's
was
wrong with that?
Well, it's I want to see her. I want to see her branch out and do other stuff because I think she's a very, very talented actress, and I think she can. I just want to see her in a different role.
She is Melissa McCarthy, but not as much Melissa McCarthy as she was in Heat.
Yeah,
and the Identity Theft.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this movie is better than Identity Theft. I really liked Heat.
I did too.
I really liked that movie. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that I would say this one's better than that, but this has got a lot of heart to it.
This one has this one is a she's maybe trying to not necessarily find herself, but step out of what she's just in this life that just to me seems just utterly
broken,
horrible. She's driving a beat up car and she's got a crappy job.
I hit another deer.
And she's got a dirt bag of a husband who has no backbone, and then she's, as this road trip progresses, she starts to find out that,
she's got
maybe
more.
I am a woman and I can do these things and I can,
yeah. And what I like, you said, is it Melissa McCarthy? Okay, in the beginning, yeah. You get a lot of Melissa McCarthy. And I think that's how she grabs you and says, I'm here.
Right.
Now watch what else I can do. Mm-hmm. And she takes you down to a little bit better levels of characterization that we haven't seen yet.
The reason I asked you guys that question is, you see a Will Ferrell movie, most of the time Will Ferrell's going to be playing Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler's going to be playing, but every once in a while those characters will break out and do something totally different. If you've seen Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler, that is totally...
It also sucked.
No, it's a great movie.
No, it is.
Did you even see it? You don't even know what you're talking about. Will Ferrell, you see him in, I can't even think of that movie where, where he's...
where he has to sell everything off. And
that one too, but also the other one where he's like in a book and the narrator is...
Yeah, he hears the narration of his life.
I would like to see Melissa McCarthy do something, because I know she's got the range.
Time.
I really do.
I think this movie gives her that opportunity to allow her audience and her fans to follow her down that path.
Okay.
And I think this movie does a good job of letting that happen.
How long is Will Ferrell? How long was he acting that Will Ferrell part?
Years.
Before he started
10, 15 years.
And she's still pretty new. I mean,
good point.
Yeah.
So
she also helped write this movie.
Yeah.
Or did write it.
Co-wrote it or something.
Anyway, yeah. So, it's a definite must-see. I probably could have waited till I was at home to watch it, but it was awesomely fun to go with Stacey Anderson and see it.
It's always fun to go with me.
So if you've got a good group of people, you can go see it at the movies. But otherwise, just, enjoy it at home.
Yeah, it's good either way.
Cool. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the Screen Team. Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure.
Coming up next week, we'll have one of the original Screen Teamers, Michael Hibbler.
What?
Will be back.
Oh, boy.
So it'll be Michael, Sabrina, and myself. And we're going to be reviewing probably the greatest movie of all time, The Godfather.
I thought you were going to say Roadhouse.
Godfather. We'll be doing that one. We'll also be doing new to DVD, the Mark Wahlberg movie, Lone Survivor.
Ooh.
And in movie theaters, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
So that's all coming your way next Saturday at 6 p.m. For Stacy, for Sabrina, for Luke, and Chris, we are the Screen Team on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.